talking about the 2014 Mama Awards. I talked about the awards and basically who I thought should have won, yada yada yada, but today we are talking about the performances, so get ready. So just to have a disclaimer, I'm just gonna talk about the ones that like really stood out to me. I'm gonna try to go through the whole show. However, like if somebody performed a song that they've been performing like all year on like, you know, Inkigayo and Music Bank and stuff like that, and they didn't really do any changes to it, unless something like really extraordinary happened, I'll probably like just gloss over it. So don't feel upset if your fave is not talked about. So the show started off with a pre-show. BTS performed Boys in Love and Block B performed Jackpot, I think. Yeah. So those are just like your standard performances. The first act to go on was Girls' Day, and I really liked the little like tango entrance that they did. I thought it was really, really cute. It was really reminiscent of the Wonder Girls. In 2008, I think they performed a tango version of Nobody, and it just was like giving me Wonder Girls tease. But at the end of the dance, they each have like little dance partners at the end. Revealed that Mino's dance partner is Ailee, and I was just like, I was like literally shocked. Like I audibly gasped when she took off the hat and flips her hair and was like, psych, it's Ailee. And I was like, okay, you go. So I have to really give it to Girls' Day because I thought their remix of Something was really, really good. It was weird though because when I was listening to it, I was like, this sounds really familiar. The song they actually used that they danced to the beginning and the song that they kind of remixed Something with is actually a song by an artist called French Kiwi Juice. It's called Lying Together, and I really love that song. So I was just like, for the whole like beginning, I was like, I know this song. I know this song. If I'm giving out awards for these performances, I would have to say theirs was like the best remix. So next up, Ailee performs Don't Touch Me. And here's the thing about sweet Ailee. I love her. Like I love her. Like she's so beautiful. She has like a really commanding presence, and like she can sing for days. But here's the thing. I don't like any of her songs that much. They really like tend to give her like these Aretha Franklin, R.E.S.P.E.C.T., I Will Survive, kind of like loud, crazy songs, which are really, really cool, but like I just feel like they don't do anything for me. Once again, her vocals were on point, but like the whole performance was just kind of The beginning was cool when she kind of slowed it down. It was a bit sexy, but other than that, I was just like, oh well, typical Ailee slaying the vocals. And also that outfit, who did that to her? Ailee, you need to, your coordinator is clearly your anti-fan. Please just let them go. That thing she was wearing, it was like Little Mermaid gone wrong. I don't know what it was supposed to be, but it wasn't really doing her any justice, especially since like she's making a whole deal about like how she's recently lost some weight and her figure is on point and stuff like that. Don't put her in stuff like that. That wasn't cute. Okay, so finally the performance that they actually hinted about prior to the Mamas, Girls' Day and Ailee performing Problem. Now here's the thing. I'm gonna keep saying this because here's the thing. I didn't have high expectations for Girls' Day. I'm sorry, but Ailee has already proven to be like a powerhouse vocal, and that song is super hard to sing. And so going into it, like I already expected the performance to be a bit of a mess. And my predictions were kind of right. Ailee, of course, slayed with the vocals because she's a good belter. Mino did surprise me a bit because those high notes, she really could get up there. I really wish they didn't have the backtracking with her though, and they just let Mino's vocals shine, because I feel like it sounded a bit messy with her like going up against her vocals. Soljin was like okay. I mean, her parts weren't that hard for her voice. Then I'm just gonna come out, they weren't good. They weren't good. The song was out of Harry's reach, and like Yura, like it was clear that her rap was pre-recorded, but then like she wasn't matching up for rap, and it just seemed really just smushed in there. So I was just like, like I kind of knew it was gonna happen. This is the thing though, like why are they doing, and this is not supposed to be in a shady way, why is Girls' Day performing songs like Problem when they have people like Harry and Yura in their group? I know, like I don't condone of the fact that, you know, Harry can't really sing that well and Yura can't really rap that well. Like I'm not saying they should appease them because of that, but you guys are in a group together. You guys know that Mina and Soljin have good voices and can handle songs that, you know, are a bit more demanding than what Harry and Yura can. So that's great. Do songs with your belt, but make make sure those songs also have parts that the less talented singers in your group can handle. Because yes, this was a win for Minna because she kind of held her own against Ailee, but like this just made Hiri and Yuta look terrible in terms of performance. So yeah, overall problem was just like for me. So next up was Winner, and they performed Empty. This is another instance where I really like this group. Like I just started to get into them, but like Empty is just, I understand it's a very pretty, beautiful song, but it's just boring to me. Don't hate me, Winner fans. Inner Circle, please don't kill me. Overall, it was a pretty good performance. I just don't like that song very much. Next up was Epic High, and they started off their portion with performing Happen Ending. I really like this song, very beautiful. I love the use of like the not CGI, but the screens in the back and their heads. That song is a very slow song, so I thought that was a nice way to spice up the performance. Next up, they performed Born Hater, and of course, like, oh my god, I love this song so much because the energy everyone on stage exuded was just perfect. Now, per usual, Mithra, Tableau, Two Cuts, they were giving you their best, and they were like, they always just come to the stage with a lot of stage presence and like charisma, but like, I'm gonna have to say Mino stole the show for me. And this is not because I'm a Mino fan, okay? He was very charismatic. I also thought it was really, really cute when they came out into the crowd because it was very reminiscent of last year when Big Bang came into the crowd and they were singing Fantastic Baby. So I thought that was really cute of them to follow like in Big Bang's footsteps. And I also thought it was really cute, the fan cam of Mino giving the mic to Tao from EXO to kind of sing along. Once again, it kind of reminded me of how Big Bang, during their Fantastic Baby performance last year, they pulled out Sohyun and Hyohyun from Girls' Generation to dance with them. So next up was another teased performance of the night. Now, originally when this whole thing came out, it seems like John Legend and Tiffany were gonna have a collab. So when all of a sudden like Chen was in it, I was just like, okay. Like, I was just like, okay, I guess all three of them are having a collab. So Chen sang Green Light by John Legend, and let me tell you, he was giving his best in terms of charm. My only thing is, I feel like the performance was lip sync. Now, if it wasn't, you can, tell me, strut me straight in the comments, but I kind of feel like it was lip sync, which is kind of disappointing, especially since this was like a once-in-a-lifetime chance to perform alongside or tribute to John Legend. But if it wasn't, then good for Chen. Now, here's the thing. I feel like they did my girl Tiffany wrong because this all of a sudden went from her collabing with John Legend to her singing some ad-libs after Chen sang Green Light. Like, when she came in, she was basically just like, la, here's John Legend. They gave her nothing, like literally. And then on top of that, the ad-libs were like so-so. But yeah, it was really weird. The like small part that you got, because I originally thought this was going to be a collab stage. But basically after Chen and Tiffany sing Green Light, Tiffany introduces John Legend, and John Legend pops up out of nowhere and like finishes the song. And I thought, okay, this is the part where they clap. No, John Legend sings by himself, and then like the lights, like Tiffany and Chen on the back, and the lights just turn off on them. So I was like, this was weird. I guess this was more of a tribute than like a collab stage. But either way, I was like, dang, Tiffany got gypped in this whole entire performance. Next up, IU and Mino performing Friday. Actually, it was IU performing Friday. Mino came in later. I already love Friday so much, and like I was just so hyped because I have this new found love for Mino, and I just thought they were so cute. IU seemed really, really shy because Mino was kind of just like doing his thing. He kind of reminds me of GD in terms of like when he has a female partner that he's singing with. Like he kind of has like a similar charm. But IU was just like, I'm gonna sing this song. You stay over there. And like their high five at the end was super precious, and that was just like one of the best collabs of the night. I just thought they were so adorable. Next up was Sistar's like little portion. They performed Touch My Body, but I'm not gonna really talk about that because it was just a regular Touch My Body performance. I would be disappointed because I tend to be disappointed when artists don't use end of the year award shows to like do special stages or these like remixes or different versions of their songs, because they've been performing their songs like all year round, at least like 4 times a week, and each like end of the week music show. So when they don't take the time to like do a remix, I'm just kind of like, But the remix that Sistar had for Touch My Body at the Melon Music Awards was so good. I'm going to let them slide. Some by Jungkook and Soyu was a really big hit this year, so they decided to split it up among the members, and each member got their own partner, and they did like different versions of it. And once again, it kind of reminded me, I don't know which award show it was, but back in 2008, the Wonder Girls did a similar thing where they split up Nobody and they all did different versions of Nobody. So clearly this whole Mamas was a tribute to the Wonder Girls. So one of my favorite duets was Born P.O. I already really like P.O. and Bora is my bias in Sistar, so I just thought that was cute. But I have to say, Hyun, her and her duet partner stole the show. I'm sorry, Soyu fans, but I always wondered what it would sound like if Hyun sang Some, and the jazzy twist they put onto it in her remix version was just so perfect. And I thought, oh my god, it sounded so good. So next up was the like biggest, I think this was the biggest collab stage talked about. It was BTS and Block B. Their stage was really, really fun. I thought there was a really in-depth collab, which they didn't really have a lot of this Mamas. I don't know BTS that well, so like I was kind of like looking around, but like it was a really cute stage. They danced well. The rap thingy between Zico and Rapman was really cute. Now I said that I get really disappointed when people don't use award shows to do special like stages or remixes, but this is like, it was the like third time maybe I heard the song Danger by BTS, and that song is so good. Like literally that song is so good. So I was like really getting my life when they were performing it. And of course Block B performed Her, their big hit of the year, and I also really love that song. Now of course the highlights, the thing that everyone was talking about after this performance was when that young man, Jimin, decided to derobe. Like, I don't even know what to, he ripped off his shirt during the dance portion. And my opinion is, also I thought it was so precious during Danger where they cut to Baekhyun and Suho from EXO and they were like singing along and like Baekhyun kind of covered his face. That was so cute. Finally they wrapped up everything with performing Let's Get It Started, 7 Years Today, by Black Eyed Peas, and it was a cute like rap. Like that song's like not like, that song's just like a crazy song. But P.O., hey how you doing, boy? How are you? What did you, could you hear the beat, or because I wasn't, when your part wasn't really, it wasn't. So one of the biggest performances of the night was EXO. They got like a whole 90,000 years to perform their set, and it was basically like their concert set list. Yeah, they performed Black Pearl, which I think that's one of their older songs. I don't know, I don't think it was on the Overdose album. But Kyungsu, D.O., he sang his solo that he would perform on the tour, Tell Me What Is Love, and let me talk about how I spontaneously combusted, and then all of my atoms gathered to reform myself, and then I spontaneously combusted again. It was serious, okay? Like, oh my god, I love that. Like, even though it's like 2 minutes, it's a 2-minute solo, I love that. I guess it's like a remix of What Is Love or something, but I love it so much. But then Kai did his solo, and Kai, he gets crazy when he does these solos. He was barefoot and everything. And then they went into Overdose, and I thought it was really funny because for the first couple minutes of Overdose, Kai was in the clothes he danced with. So all of them were in suits, and he was just like in this puffy pirate costume with like no shoes. But yeah, overall it was a cute performance, and at the end they had a teaser for, I guess, their comeback with some spinning tops. I don't know, Inception. Then finally it was time for the YG portion of the segment to close the performances. Taeyong performed Eyes, Nose, Hair Follicles, Thyroid Glands. Taeyong once again forgot to blow dry his hair, which is tragic, but I will purchase you one and I'll send it to you. It's fine. And I feel like his performance was a perfect example of how less is more. He had like these lights around him, and it was almost like these lights were doing choreography. How they had the lights moving was so beautifully set. And then finally G-Dragon and Taeyong performed I Am a Good Boy. I pretend like I don't like that song, but when that beat drops, you have to, like, it goes off. Like, I can't lie, it does go off. So overall, the performances were like so. I wish they had more special stages because it seemed like it was really lacking in this year. I also really surprised that A-Pink didn't perform. But yeah, I'd have to say my favorite performance was probably either Taeyong, IU, or the BTS collab stage. Those really got me hyped. But what did you guys like best about it? Were there some performances that you were just like, yikes? What was your favorite performance that wasn't your bias group? Because I know y'all about to pick your bias groups. Make sure to let me know down below, and see you guys